It was a chilling, heartbreaking discovery made by a mother searching for her daughter. November 29th, the mother of 22-year-old Tess Richey found her daughter's lifeless body in that stairwell right behind me here, just off of Church Street. She had been missing for 4 days. Today, City News broke the story that 2 Toronto police officers have been charged under the Police Services Act. And at today's hearing, Toronto Police Constables Michael Jones and Alan McCullough sat with their heads down, only speaking to spell their names. It's alleged that the officers learned of Richey's last known location, but they did not search the adjoining property, canvassing the neighborhood, or notify a supervisory officer of the details. Richey's death sparked questions about how investigators had handled her disappearance amid wider concerns about several men who went missing from Toronto's LGBTQ community.
How tragic it is for that mom to find her daughter in this way, especially after engaging the police or anything. If they didn't engage the police and they looked for themselves and they found it, then that's another thing. But they did engage the police. They were not too far away from where Tessa laid, and that's tragic.
You find this a systemic issue?
Absolutely. We have a broken system. We have a broken police system and a justice system, and we can only find ways to repair and move forward. We're not going to get rid of the police, but we can certainly find ways to work with them. It's unfortunate these tragedies do have to happen for them to pay attention.
After hearing today's news, one of Tessa Richey's sisters, Varina, sent us this message, saying in part, "It was clear that my mom should not have had to travel from North Bay to find her daughter in the same area that she was reported missing in. We also shouldn't have had to deal with the subsequent allegations surrounding Tessie's death. The homicide team were great when they took over, and at least they are trying to ensure no other family has to go through what mine did when a loved one is the victim of murder." The president of the Toronto Police Association has a much different take on the charges.
I know these 2 officers personally. They're responsible, dedicated senior police constables, and we believe that they did their job.
The allegations are, though, that they didn't properly search the area. They didn't notify superiors of details that they had learned.
Right. I mean, those are allegations.
Should a mother, though, ever have to find her daughter's body in a stairwell when police are investigating a missing persons case?
Never. And you know, that is a tragedy, and our hearts and our prayers go out to the family and to Tess and her family. But that's not what this is about. This is about saying that these officers, when they checked the address, did not do what they were required to do. But we haven't seen the disclosure around that. But what we do know is that these officers did their job. They did check the address, and they're not responsible for not finding Tess.
Now, as a member of the Toronto Police Service Board, Mayor John Tory couldn't comment directly on today's hearing, though he did say that he hopes it serves as some sort of comfort for people, knowing that police officers and their actions in the field are being examined.
I'm glad, for the sake of those families, for the sake of the communities involved, that they can see that there is a process that is being followed. I'm glad that the system is working as people would expect it to work, and the results of that process will be known in the future.
Mike McCormick, who you just heard from, says he supports the chief's internal review looking at how missing persons cases are handled in Toronto. He does not support an external review, which is coming up in front of the Police Service Board.